Or third.
And then moderator Jeremy. Oh no! Oh, it's already started. It's too late. We got to keep going.
Or leave.
Hey everyone, it's a podcast. This is Koopa Kast number 50. Can you believe it? We've gotten 50 whole episodes. So on a special occasion, I decided to open the floodgates and invite every PNM staff member I possibly could. I'm going to introduce myself. I am Matt, the multimedia manager here at PNM and PureNintendo.com, your independent source for all things Nintendo. And we're going to go left from right, starting with James, and we're just going to each introduce ourselves.
I'm James Higginbotham, and I'm on Baby Watch 2014.
Yay! Woo! All right, Justin?
I'm Justin Sharp, and yeah, I'm here.
It's me!
J-Money?
I'm Justin, also known as J-Money amongst the Pure Nintendo crew and many others, and I do stuff for Pure Nintendo.
We all have very official titles here.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, Justin's here, J-Money's does stuff.
Trevor?
Hey, my name's Trevor, and I am the executive in charge. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a writer, which is plenty, which is awesome. And I'm thrilled to be here for Koopa Kast number 50.
All right, and I think that's everybody, so we're going to go ahead and now, of course, we have one more person. We once he pulls himself together emotionally, Tristan, can you introduce yourself?
Last but not least, me. Hi, everyone. I'm Tristan Meiman, staff writer at Pure Nintendo, and this is the 50th podcast. I can't even count that high, I don't think.
The sad thing is I actually forgot about Tristan. I was like, yeah, let's move on.
I'm sorry. No, fine. Just the 50th. This is how we go into the 50th.
So there you have it, everybody. That's just a little hint into our hiring process.
Yeah.
What kind of qualifications do you need to join our family?
Yeah.
Stuff and things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Even if you're the new guy on the first day, I'm still going to be a lower ranked than you.
Yeah. Must be able to count to 30.
Dude, 30 is asking too much of me, man.
Can beat Tristan at Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Dude, dude, even counting Mario Kart 8, I didn't even know there was a number after 7.
And,
Mind.
as you can tell, we're doing things a little bit more off the cuff because, you know, we're celebrating here. It's a celebration.
William Rosal.
Unfortunately, nobody has a cake, so, you know, whatever. We'll make a cake later. In the meantime, if you've checked out our Twitter or any other Pure Nintendo media, you'll know that at some point during our podcast, we're going to give away a code to Armillo by Fuzzy Wuzzy Games. It's a Wii U eShop title. So please stay tuned to that. I'm not going to tell you when. I might just stop a conversation randomly and start saying numbers.
Like right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might just yell out random numbers.
Standards. This is hiring standards right here. But so we figure we're going to dive into some Pure Nintendo history here. Kind of talk about how it all started and how each of us joined up. And then we're going to start sharing some game journalist stories. So obviously we got to, like, you know, turn over the show floor to James and Justin over here, who are the heads of this whole operation.
Yeah. Well, where should we start, James?
I guess you need to start way at the beginning.
Way at the beginning.
Before Pure Nintendo.
Oh, before Pure Nintendo.
So James was born in 1960.
This was a joyous time. The automobile was now recently being invented. Oh, what a joyous time and a bully day.
Yeah.
President Johnson had recently changed the hog's head.
Yeah, it was, let's see, I think it was 2006, I think. And,
I was in high school.
Do you guys remember Blogger?
Yeah, it's still around, I think, right?
Is it still around? Yeah. You could create your own site, and it was like something.blogspot.com. So what we did then was it was called nywifi.blogspot.com. It may actually still be out there. But it stood for Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. That was what people were calling the new Nintendo online service. And So we're like, hey, we could start like a website and a forum, and we could trade, friend codes and all this stuff. So that was the initial premise for the website. And then, what was it? I think it was like 2008 was when we actually switched it to purenintendo.com. Is it still out there?
It's still out there.
It's still out there.
Memories.
All right.
There.
And we'll put a link in there after the podcast, so you people at home can go check it out for yourself.
Yeah, there was actually at the time, James, you weren't doing any of the posting at that time.
I went to when it was nowwi-fi.net.
Yeah, because we moved from nowwi-fi, the Blogspot account, it went to nowwi-fi.net, and so we had our own domain name at that point. It was basically the same theme. But yeah, there was one guy that used to post for us. I never really met him in real life, or it was just like, hey, you want to post about Nintendo stuff? Cool. I think his name was Mr. Me was his handle online. I don't know, maybe he's watching. I don't know, but
I think you just made him up.
yeah, but I think he was from the West Coast or something. But so he would post, some of the things on there. I think he posted some of the hardware sales numbers. I'm just looking at some of the posts on here now. The two most wanted Pokemon Diamond Pearl information. Wow. PDF of the very first Nintendo Power. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Where is that? Because I'm going to grab that right now.
Yeah, it's on nowwi-fi.blogspot. There you go. It's a few posts down.
Your #1 source for all friend codes.
For all your pirated Nintendo Power copies. But yeah, so it started out as nowwi-fi, and then we're like, hey, well, we do Nintendo news a lot of the time. We had a forum at the time where we trade codes, but we reported on the news more often than not. So we're like, hey, let's have a name that's a little more search friendly. So it came up with Pure Nintendo, and I think James, you were working with nowwi-fi.net at that point, like in 2007.
Yeah, January 2007.
Yeah, and so it was like spring 2008 or something. We got the domain name for Pure Nintendo, and Pure Nintendo was actually around well before us. Are you guys familiar with the Wayback Machine?
Yep.
Where you can go online, you can look at archives of the internet. If you look for purenintendo.com, you'll notice that it was actually a domain in like the late 90s. So someone owned it at some point. I don't know who exactly did, but they did report on games and stuff like that. I think they had a Pure Sega maybe or something like that, since they were still around. But for whatever reason, they lost the domain, and we snatched it up in 2008. So yeah,
The perfect crackers.
yeah. James, you want to take it from there?
I don't know where to go. Where do we go from there?
Well, I mean, we can talk about how it kind of grew. Like, obviously, it wasn't just the two of you, and then all of a sudden, all of us kind of showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. When did we start the magazine, James?
I think October 2008. No, that's wrong. 11 was our first.
Yeah. Because it was around Skyward Sword, I think.
Trevor's got the first issue. I think it's got a date on there.
Yeah.
I'm looking there.
Yeah,
Look
Mario
at it.
3D Land, I think, was the first one.
Yeah, 2011 anyway. Because you mentioned E3 2011 here.
Yeah.
I think it was October because it was after. It was definitely after E3. I think it was October.
Yeah. We don't have the best of memories in our aging minds, but
What?
I remember it just came out because that's when I kind of bothered you guys for the first time.
October 2011.
yeah,
Oh yeah, because you're speculating on the holiday here.
yeah,
I had to check our Wikipedia page.
He knows more than we do.
yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, there we go. Let's check the history of us.
I guess we started the magazine as a extension of the site, I guess, to offer readers more and I guess something different because there wasn't. Well, there's still Nintendo Power at the time, but no one else was doing like a magazine besides Nintendo Power.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it'd be something cool to do and fun and a learning experience. And boy, has it been a learning experience.
Oh, my goodness. we're like, we can do a magazine. Man.
I read a book on business once. How hard could it be?
Well, the funny thing is that Justin had the idea about a year before, and I was like, nah, it's crazy. We can't do that. It's just the two of us.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I wasn't working, it was that weird awkward between school and finding a job. I was like, yeah, let's bring this back. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
The idea, I guess, was formed back in 2010, maybe.
Yeah, it was like after an E3 or something we went to, I think.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's a magazine. I'm like, there's only two of us. It's not going to work.
Yeah. I said, let's add all sorts of work to our, it's been fun. It's we've definitely progressed a lot from the early days of the website and magazine, and so it's fun to have you guys all on board and helping out with things. It's really cool. So it's always cool seeing the issues come out and you're like, huh, yeah, we did that. So.
Nice. So J Money, when did you join up?
Actually, I think I'm almost at my 2-year anniversary this month.
Yeah.
So it was 2012, August, and the magazine. I think that's when the Kickstarter was kind of wrapping.
Well, I think the Kickstarter we did like in September, wasn't it? I mean, before the Kickstarter.
Oh, okay, so maybe it was a little before the Kickstarter.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit before, but around the same time.
Yeah, it was definitely around the same time because I think I had just found out that you guys did a magazine when I joined Pure Nintendo. Because really, I was just looking for something interesting to do with video games, so I was like, I'll try writing about them. So I looked at a couple other websites, got turned down, and James and Justin were gracious enough to give me a shot.
That's been awesome.
And then after that, I found out they had a magazine too, and I was like, oh, that's incredible.
What perfect timing.
Yeah, definitely.
J Money, I didn't realize that you were only like 3 months my senior. I thought you were like there since like 2010 or something like that.
No. I was pretty late well, not late, but I wasn't one of the initial pupils on the crew.
I think the oldest, well, besides like Eli and Kevin, who've been in and out for years since the beginning, but Alex, I think, is the oldest, the longest tenure.
Yeah, because Alex was maybe just a few months before you, J Money.
I think it was right before E3. Like E3, like we kind of threw him to the wolves. Hey, we need help.
Hey, E3, it'll be fun.
What a great time to add somebody new.
Yeah. Baptism by fire. But yeah, it was fun. I should mention this. My wife Caitlin, we probably wouldn't have the magazine if it wasn't for her, because I think it was issue 6, the Pikmin one. She basically like single-handedly put that one together, and it was on my plate at the time to do the design, and yeah, the one that Trevor's holding up there, and I was really busy. I wanted to finish and wrap it up, but and Katie was at home. She's like, hey, is there anything I can help you out with Pure Nintendo stuff? I was like, well, if you want, you could, help out with some design, and she's like, sure, I'll try it out. And so, she basically took, that whole issue and, designed it from the ground up. So it was, we probably wouldn't have the magazine, because at that point, I think one of the magazines was really late. I think that one was really late at the time. So we were almost like, maybe we should go to a quarterly basis, or, just because it was like taking so much time to produce it. But because we didn't have as many, awesome writers that we do right now, so we were generating a lot of the content between like 2 of us, So, but yeah, it was really cool just how she came on and was like, yeah, sure, I'll help out, and been helping out ever since. So.
I don't know how tapping works on here.
She does an incredible job on the magazine too.
She really does.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing people say when I show the magazine. They say, the design is great on this thing. And I'm just like, oh, man. Somewhere, Katie just smiled. Then again, she always smiles.
Yeah.
She's always happy.
Oh,
So that means everyone's always saying it's awesome.
yay!
The universe works.
It's true though, because like I'll like forward a Word document to Justin, and it's just words, and then you get the mag, and it makes whatever you're writing, review, article, interview, whatever, looks so awesome.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
I remember when my first articles for the magazine popped up, like in print form. I'm like, holy smokes, that looks way better than whatever I wrote. Is that the same article?
You're like, who wrote this? Oh, I did.
It's like a professional did it or something.
Yeah, and she's not really formally trained. She's more of an artist. Like, she paints a lot, but she's actually an architectural drafter by trade.
Go drafters.
Yeah, drafting. So I think she did that in college because that was a practical, or at least a more practical application to her interest in art. Because they always say, starving artists, or there's not. I guess you could do graphic design, things like that, but it's always a tough field.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I thought about artists for like 0.5 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, nope. And it was especially around the time, like, those meme things that came out all once in a while?
Uh-huh.
One of them was like art student owl, and it was just like this drenched owl head, and it was just like all these poor things. I was like, I don't know about this lifestyle. But Trevor, when did you join up?
I want to say maybe May of last year.
Last year sometime.
And I joined up strictly as a fan of the magazine. I think I missed the Kickstarter. I think I just missed it, but I subscribed to get the first issue, or the first subscribe issue, and it was funny because I think it was Darksiders, was that the cover? And not a game I had any interest in, but I loved the mag, seeing like the concept art and just the style of writing, and so yeah, I became a fan, and picked up the back issues, chatted on like Facebook on some of the articles, and long story short, I submitted some content to Justin, and sooner after a while, it just got easier to give me like an account so I could do it myself rather than trading emails all the time. But yeah, I came in as a fan, and I'm still a fan. Obviously, even more so now. But yeah, I guess a little over a year.
Nice.
Time flies.
Yeah, I think you started off doing a lot of reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, my niche was of course, I wasn't as versed in the mechanics of the site and the mag, but yeah, DSiWare, a lot of DSiWare budget games, and to some extent that still carries on. I still I still like to do a lot of the budget games. That's probably been my biggest joy with Pure Nintendo. Is meeting people, obviously, you guys, but I got a lot of good working relationships with some indie devs, and made a lot of nice friendships, and Pure Nintendo has really opened that door for me that I might not have otherwise I've had, but yeah, that was my niche early on. And then boy, I look back at some of those reviews and I cringe because they were so wordy. Really, I've gotten better at trimming the fat.
Yeah. I didn't realize like the rate at which there was like an explosion of how we expanded. Because it was like 4 of you, and then I guess J Money came on, and that came on a few months later, and then both Tristan and Trevor came on around the same time, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Tristan was a little ahead of me.
Yeah. Well, I remember, Tristan, tell your story. Tell how you came on.
Oh, my
How
story.
you came to be. No.
Well, one day Justin came out to me on his knees begging as he wished for me to join the magazine. Okay, so what happened was I don't want to say recently. Oh, I guess because it's kind of recently. A few months ago, about a month maybe or something. Either way, I was fed up with this call center job I was working because it was horrible. not worth it. I pretty much had to give up my backbone to work that job, and to the point where me and my brother were like, we're not doing this anymore. We're worth more than this at the moment. So we quit that job. It was just horrible because we also really weren't making any money from it with the gas and all. But anywho, so then I thought to myself, one thing my journalism professor mentioned to me was a great way to get your foot in the door at some places is start up your own blog. So what I did is like, all right, I remember how to do that, and I decided to, it was like, well, what do I love most? And of course, video games. So I decided to start my own little video game blog called Player One Start. And what I would do is take kind of like in-depth looks in the games, kind of like reading between the lines, or even just straight-up game reviews. If a game came out and I was going to go pick it up, I would play the game and I'd just whip up a review for it. And eventually I started to look up different publications, and I started just to send out, hey, my name's Tristan, I'm a recent journalism graduate, blah, blah, blah. Here's my blog. I write about games. If you need someone on your team, and I would be more than interested. And I was just sending them out to everywhere, and one of them, of course, was Pure Nintendo. I remember seeing their magazine on, I was, fiddling around through the iPad, and I remember seeing it. I was like, wow, this is really cool looking. This is a thing. And, because I thought, this around the time, of course, I think when Nintendo Power was absolutely done, so I thought it was great seeing another Nintendo publication. And, I sent the email to Justin, and it was 2 weeks later since I sent that email, and I thought I literally got file 13. I literally thought it was, oh God, another one, delete. And that day I was like, I guess he's not getting back to me. I guess, well, might as well keep looking. And it was weird. It's like right after I said that, I then got an email from Justin saying, hey, I just read your blog stuff. It looks great. Would you like to do a Google Hangout chat? And I was like, that was weird timing, but okay. And then eventually found out, it's like, wait, you live in Nashville? I'm like an hour away from you. Let's meet up. And then shortly after that, it was, hey, do you want to come to E3 with us? And that's, then the rest is that history word.
Yeah.
And it's been fun ever since. And now that I got my Wii U back, I'm super excited to get back into doing more reviews and writing stuff. And also playing games with you guys.
Yeah.
Like beating you all at Mario Kart, which we all know I will. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to happen, Matt. It's going to happen. Again, I don't want to hear it, Mr. I don't have Mario Kart 8, so, yeah. Well,
excuse me, but... Well, whatever. That's all I'm going to say about that. I've got no rebuttal.
Did Tristan finally won an argument? Yeah.
Well, I have to tread the line between game journalism and multimedia journalism, so.
Yeah.
And, which I wasn't. I wasn't always that. I was just a journalist when I joined up. Mm-hmm. I was actually I was like maybe a few months into writing about video games when I ran into these guys, because I was a part of, and I'm just gonna go ahead and name drop them. Why not? I was a part of Game Informer's little community. Mm-hmm. You could write blog posts. I'm like, oh, here's an excuse for me to talk about video games to a group of people and form a community. So I started doing that, and I did like a weekly feature, which was like, check out these different charities sponsored by Child's Play. Check them all out, because I figured, Desert Bus is huge, and Mario Marathon is huge, but what about the smaller things? Mm-hmm. So I would talk to them and like put in links and descriptions and do interviews, and so I decided to interview Pure Nintendo, and I did that, and then I watched their thing and talked with them like a lot of the time. They're really friendly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, skipped a few months. I'm like, I think I'm gonna go bother them about a job, and I decided it was like right after the Kickstarter, I think, and I said I sent them a full resume, which, I mean, then I'm glad I got in early, because my resume then was in no way something that I would send now. It was like resume, cover letter, and then I was like, hey, okay, go for it. Mm-hmm. They gave it to me, and then all of a sudden like 6 articles came in. I'm like, oh, I gotta type all this stuff up. And that was kind of tough, because I didn't come in with a journalism degree like Tristan did. I came in with an anthropology degree, so my writing is dry and academic.
So you're good for news writing then.
Yeah.
The study of mankind. Nice.
Yeah, it's like, how does human culture relate to Assassin's Creed Black Flag 4 preview?
That would be an awesome one.
That's a thesis I'd read.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like very thesis and like, here's this, it may be this, but then there's the possibility of this, and here is my evidence, and everything's like cut and dry. It was like, ugh. So I'm glad I found my voice through them. I think it was like half a year later I decided to join as the multimedia manager because I was getting my master's in documentary and film. So I figured, let's contribute my talents. Or something. I don't know if you call them talents.
Yeah, talents. Much appreciated.
So what you're saying is you're going to help us film our documentary about pure Nintendo years down when we're super famous and all, and we're going to totally Ken Burns style it.
No, we're not going to Ken Burns that, because we're not talking about the Civil War here.
The Civil War, baseball. Prohibition.
Baseball.
The whole time I'm going to be in a hot tub.
No. If we're going to Ken Burns this, which is going to be a picture of you in a hot tub, and we're just going to pan in slowly.
Yeah, slowly pan, slowly.
While playing on a piano.
Yeah.
And we'll call up James Earl Jones. I'm sure he owes us a favor or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So surprisingly, we haven't met James Earl Jones at E3 or any other convention.
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Exactly. We could. We've met people at E3 before, right?
Hey, that's a good segue. Talk about some game journalism stories.
Exactly. And that's why I'm a pro.
Yeah. That's a segue. Yeah, who have we met over the years? James, you met, or maybe you didn't meet him, but didn't we see Elijah Wood and some of those folks at
I've seen
E3?
Elijah Wood a few times. The Twin Like Dynamite, what's his name? Him and his twin brother.
Oh, yeah.
His twin brother runs, well, he used to, I guess, run a blog or whatever.
Yeah.
Some technology blog. So they were there.
Huh. Wasn't the guy from Chuck there? Did we see?
The bearded dude, though, not Chuck.
Oh, yeah, it was Morgan.
Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. It was a
Freeman?
great show.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Grimes.
Morgan Grimes.
Morgan Grimes.
Grimy?
Met
Grimy.
Yeah.
James Cameron.
Joshua Gomez, that's his name.
Yeah.
Wait. Did somebody drop James Cameron?
We met James Cameron.
Yeah, we did meet
Because he was there at the Ubisoft when he was talking about Avatar, which he lied to us. He's like, this is going to be a great game.
Well, what did you expect him to say? It's like, see this? This is
we're working with Ubisoft, you know, they've been working together. I was like, oh man, James Cameron's involved. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, and so afterwards, I don't know, yeah, Justin was there. We went to the bathroom down, because they had a press conference, the bathroom was downstairs. They come out,
the press conference in the bathroom?
No, the bathroom was below the press conference.
Oh.
So we were coming out, and someone was interviewing him, and right when we came out, they finished the interview. And right before the next person set up, I kind of jumped in there, like, hey, and hi. Making it awkward.
You're James Cameron.
just walked away.
and that's when you look at him, you look him in the eyes and go about Titanic, and goes, they both could fit on that door. Walk away slowly.
He didn't have to let go.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Didn't Mythbusters do a thing where they could both fit on the door, but the door would sink?
I think something like that. I don't know. When that movie come out? 1996?
8, 7.
I don't know. It was last millennium sometime. I'm not supposed to.
I was gonna say that was a long time ago.
I think anything from the 1990s, I automatically assigned it to 1996.
Yeah.
That was
Jurassic Park, 1996.
Yeah.
Terminator 2, 1996.
Yeah.
But I have a delayed reaction when it comes to like bigger names. Like unless they directly introduce me. Like the first E3 I went to, which was last year, like I sat on the bus with Adam Sessler for like 30 minutes, and we're all talking to him. And then I got off the bus, and I'm like, I think that was Adam Sessler.
Isn't he a really cool guy?
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy, yeah.
He's a really cool guy.
At E3, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even just like this past E3, like, you know, after the Nintendo Direct, just as a rush to get out of there, I see Justin and Kaylin just shaking hands with some guy. I'm like, oh, it's a meetup. okay. And I go and I shake his hand. I'm like, hey, I guess we're all meeting each other. And I look down, it's Bill Trinan. I'm like, oh, hey, you're Bill Trinan. Hey, we all like, and when I say we, I turned around to find what I thought would be Kaylin and Justin right there. But instead, an empty hall because they have left the building.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you later, and I walk away. Great impression.
Yeah, I know. He was telling about it later. I was like, oh, wow, yeah.
I gotta tell a similar story, but it's a little bit off topic. Like some of you guys, I'm a huge Blink-182 fan. Yeah. I never saw them together during the first run, the original run. But I've seen them in Angels and Airways and Plus 44. Mm-hmm. Plus 44 was in Atlanta, and they did a signing at Best Buy. And Kevin and I went. We waited outside for like 4 hours, and in my mind, I'm like, man, I need to think of something cool to say to them. I need to say whatever. And I get up there, we get in line, I go, hi, and I meet Mark, and I like shake his hand, and go, I like your music. He goes, thanks. I go, dang it, that was dumb.
We rehearsed this.
Say something profound. I like your music.
I wanted to say something. They were like later on with back, like, hey, you remember the kid who said this? That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I ended up saying, hi, I like your music. No, dumb, I'm in line. Of course I like the music. I felt so dumb.
Just wait in line 2 hours and get up there and just be like, so who are you guys?
Yeah. We should totally hang out with Mark, though. See, now we're nonplussed with meeting celebrities. So.
Oh, yeah.
We should, next time they do a Nintendo hardware launch, we should see which Best Buy he's hanging out at and go hang out with him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it was him, like when the 3DS launched, he was like tweeting, like, hey, in the line to get my 3DS. And he's a big Nintendo fan, so.
Nice.
I will say that that's the number one thing in my mind when coming out to like a person who's like a big name person. I'm like, don't say anything stupid. They're just a person.
Yeah.
So come up with some conversation.
And the second you get up there, you're like, I lost everything.
Yeah. I've done that a couple times, but I'm way better than I was before.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at recognizing people in general. Like last year at E3, I was walking from like one meeting to the next or something, and this kid stopped this other guy and was just like fanboying over this guy. I'm like, who the heck is this? And I'm standing there and I look down at the guy's badge and it was J.J. Abrams, and I'm like, oh.
Like I didn't know, like, yeah, because I saw him in the E3 shop or whatever. I think you told me about him, and like I had to look for the badge because I wasn't sure what he looked like. Yeah. So I was looking at the badge and like, oh, there he is. All right, that's all I need.
That's all I need. I saw him.
It was too funny because J.J. Abrams was in like such a hurry, like he was clearly going somewhere, but this kid was like, I love your movies. Can you sign my shirt? Can I get a picture? And he's like, yeah.
I would say my most memorable E3 moment, it was the end of the first day of E3, and I was just warrant. I was, just still oozing with excitement that I was just there. And I was texting one of you guys because I think you guys all went to like the journalism room, or that you guys just bailed on me because you don't like hanging out with me. But I was like, oh. Well, I was like, I wonder where they are. It's like, I was texting them. I was like, okay, I'll wait. And I'm sitting there waiting. I'm in Nintendo's booth still. I'm kind of looking around. And next thing you know, I hear behind me, hello, it's me, Mario. And I went, oh my God. I turned, I go back, I'm like, holy crap, it's Charles Martinet. Oh my God, what do I do? Do I go up and say hi? I should go up and say hi. Okay, be cool. I walk up and I'm just like, I say, Mr. Charles Martinet, sir. And I thought, man, you screwed it up already. But I just, how he gave one of my favorite icons a voice and how memorable it is and all that stuff. And I got a picture with him. He was a super, super nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just still shaking after I was walking away. Like, oh, God, it's all downhill from here.
I think he was actually the first, I guess, celebrity I met at E3, my first E3.
Yeah.
He was walking around the show floor, Nintendo's booth, and got a picture with him. Super nice guy.
I remember at PAX last year, I met two, I guess you could say celebrities, or two like famous people on my back. I met the YouTubers, the Game Grumps. I met them. That was really cool. I was super nervous about that, but they're all really cool, awesome people. And then also I ran into Grant Kirkhope, who most of you guys know is he did the music for games like Banjo-Kazooie and such. Like a lot of rare music was done by Grant Kirkhope.
It's such.
I think GoldenEye as well, maybe.
Yeah, he did go. Yes, I believe he was part of GoldenEye, and I want to say also Perfect Dark.
Nice.
Tristan, you're just like a magnet for celebrities, aren't you?
I am pretty famous. Thank you for noticing.
Like, I remember the first day, like, E3 last year. Tristan, you just came up to me, you're like, you wouldn't believe who I met. And I go, who? And you're like, everybody. And you just, like, list off these names of people. I'm like, I didn't meet anybody on the floor.
Oh, that's right. I met Smooth McGroove, and I met Ross, and like all these other people, and Pro Jared. I met Pro Jared too. He was really cool. Oh, and the completionist, he was really cool too. Like, yeah, I don't know how it happened. It just coincidence. I don't know.
We were in the security line leaving E3, James and I, like right behind Smooth McGroove, and it didn't really hit me right away. And then I say, "Wait a second, you're the guy who does all those acapella videos," and he goes, "Yes, that would be me."
Like, I started talking to him, and Jim Money's just kind of just standing there. And like, I'm talking to Mugu, like, we're switching cards, and you go, "Got it!" I kind of just looked at me, thought, because I thought, I was like, "Hey, you're Smooth McGroove."
I remember when I was waiting, it's not like quite a celebrity, it's just like, it was another journalist from another it was from another magazine, right? We waited in line, it was me and Kevin Klein, I think. And we were trying to get like the extra little wristbands for
Wait, I think it was
press
there with you
conference.
guys. It was that morning we were like trying to sneak, like, well, I say sneak in, but we was like, maybe they might have leftover ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that morning.
And it was me and Kevin, and we're talking to like this tall guy. And he's got the plaid shirt, which is like the staple of I guess every game journalist nowadays. And like glasses, and we're kind of talking to him. And, he's really nice. We're striking up a full conversation until one of the Nintendo representatives came up, and they said, "Are you not on the list?" And he goes, "No." I was like, "Can I get in there?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. We're really sorry about that." And they both walk away. We say goodbye. See ya. And Kevin turns to me quietly, and he goes, "Who does he think he is?" And I go, "I think he's the head editor of Game Informer magazine." He's like, "What?"
Who does this guy think he is?
Is it Andy McNamara?
Yeah, it was Andy McNamara.
Crazy, yeah.
It was just kind of funny he said that, which is like not like 10 minutes before we talked to him. Like Kevin and I were talking about GI.
Yeah, he reminds me of the bassist from Weezer.
Oh, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I can tell you one other thing I thought about was it's something I'll never forgive any of you guys for. It was last E3 because we could have had a celebrity encounter. You guys were lazy and we had to go get burritos instead.
Lazy and get burritos? That sounds like we're taking the initiative.
Yeah, really. I've never heard lazy and burritos, and also in the same sense, and it be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, who's the real enemy here, Matt?
I'll tell you why it's a bad thing. Because the first thing I thought of when I knew I was going to LA for E3 wasn't that I was going to go check out video games. It was I need to go to In-N-Out. That was the biggest thing on my mind. So, like, one of the days, I was like, okay, guys, we have to go to In-N-Out, okay? And then, like, everyone was like, yeah, let's go to In-N-Out. But then somehow somebody said Mexican, and everybody started slowly rolling into burritos. And like, fine, whatever. We'll go. I was like, I'll go to In-N-Out another time. I went with it. We ate burritos. We went back to our hotels. I look at my phone, and I scroll through Twitter, and I look back at, I can't remember who it was, because my eyes were full of anger. And I was glaring. And they're like, what's up? And I turn the phone around and show them the picture of Miyamoto at the In-N-Out that we were going to go to that day eating burgers. So we missed talking to Miyamoto because everybody wanted burritos and they didn't feel like going to In-N-Out.
Talking to Miyamoto at In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
Oh.
That maybe.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a long segue into a Miyamoto encounter. So.
Yeah,
okay.
we had a Miyamoto meeting.
A Miya meeting?
A Miya meeting. There you go. Yeah.
It's a thing now.
Yeah.
Hashtag me meeting.
Yeah.
Yes. So what is your story then?
All right. Well, this was 3 E3s ago, 4 E3s ago.
3, 4.
3, 4, something around there. We're not good at numbers. And
I can't even count.
But anyways, I was actually working on, it was my senior project.
Yeah.
And I was doing it on E3 experience. I was doing a documentary of our time there. So why not? Kill two birds with one stone. And so we wanted our goal. Well, I think it was Justin's goal or one of our goals. I interviewed everyone at the beginning, like, what's your goals for the week? And I think it was Justin's, like, I want to meet Miyamoto. Never really done it. And so let's do that. That's our goal. We're going to meet Miyamoto. And so we go the whole first day, see him on stage, that's it. And then we go to that round table that night, and we see him. You briefly meet, no, you don't meet him. You see him, do you?
Yeah, I just saw him, I think.
You met Reggie. That's what it was.
Yeah, I met Reggie already, yeah.
Yeah. We were right in line to go to the round table, and Justin went off or something down the hallway by himself, and he comes back smiling. Hey, I took a picture of Reggie. We're like, you jerk, without us. Type of thing. I think you went to the bathroom. I don't know where you went. You went somewhere down the hall. But, anyways, fast forward to the second day. We were trying the same thing again. We're at another round table. We were like, oh, we're going to catch him coming into the round table. We don't, because he kind of sneaks in like last second when we're already sitting down. So we're sitting about halfway up in the middle. We go to the whole round table. They talk about Zombie. No, was it Zombie U? No, it wasn't Zombie U at the time.
Maybe.
No, it was still the other game.
Rapids?
No,
the Space Freak.
Killer Freak.
Killer
Freaks from Outer Space. Yeah, it looked like Rapids.
Alien. But still Killer Freaks from Outer Space.
Yeah.
And then I need to find this video, because right afterwards, I all of a sudden stand up and see Leo, who was the guy that was with us, and Justin just kind of like running, jumping over the seats. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, Miyamoto just went out. So we're all jumping around over the seats. And like I come around the corner, and Miyamoto's there, Justin's there, Leo's there, and like Kevin and I come around, and we all take a picture with him, and it was magical.
Yeah.
The video's in the chat.
Does it show Justin jumping around like crazy?
It might.
I don't know, because Leo was like trying to pull out his camera because he was filming at the time and hit record at the same time.
I really wish I could have been there for that.
Yeah, same here.
Man, I haven't seen this in a long time.
I remember it was last E3. I think we were all walking to the convention center. I think we were still trying to get our passes and all. And I think for some reason, we all looked all across the street and we all just stopped in a hush. And I think we saw Satoru Iwata get out of like his like security SUV and head inside. And I think we all just kind of stopped. We like slowly all looked at each other like, "Was that Satoru Iwata that just walked across the street there?" Like we had to keep on asking ourselves, "Did that happen?"
Oh man. Yeah, I think I remember you were kind of freaking out a little bit. You were having a little bit of an anxiety attack, Tristan, when
dude, I don't mean I'm
at the press conference when Miyamoto and Eiji Aonuma were like 10 feet away from us.
Dude, dude, I'm from Kentucky. I don't meet famous people. So for me, and of course I'm like, oh god, Crazy, my favorite franchise. I'm dying. I can't make it.
I love the face Miyamoto makes. Like we all get around him, we're like hugging him. For the picture, he's like.
It's the end.
You got these four crazy Americans come running around the corner out the door,
jumping over seats and fumbling with cameras.
Meanwhile, Justin's got a chair stuck to his leg. He's like in there.
What's going on? I just saw Justin and Leo like hopping over the seats. I'm like, all right. So
I like flash this weird peace sign, like Mario in the 90s. Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Yeah.
Did anybody have I guess, well, actually before we segue over to the next subject, I guess we should give away that code.
Oh, that's right.
I guess we should give away that Armillo code.
Go for it.
Which, it's Armillo, and all the emails I sent, I put Armarillo, and nobody bothered to correct me. So I almost came out here like a jerk saying Armarillo a bunch of times.
I figured you were just giving away the city in Texas, so.
We're just going to let you roll with it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Matt, before you read it, let me go turn on my gamepad, get on the eShop, and go to redeem code, and then just go ahead and read it off if you can.
No, staff is not eligible.
I'll show you.
Nice. And, all right, so everybody ready? Get down your pad and paper, and I'll be using that little whatever you call it, some kind of military code, I guess, where you say the numbers.
Ooh, the
Words.
phonetic alphabet or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Zulu, Kilo.
I don't think Kilo is one of them.
Kilo? I think
Yeah.
Kilo is one of it.
I thought K stood for kitty.
It could be Kitty.
Yeah. I think it's Kilo.
I think it's
Foxtrot,
kitty.
X-ray.
Yeah, Z-Ray.
Yeah.
But there's no Kilo in here, so.
Maybe we should use like Nintendo themed stuff. We'll call Z Zebus.
Yeah.
No, because that'll confuse me. And I have to read the code.
Yeah. All right, it's code time.
All right, ready? All right, it's going to be Alpha 055 Alpha Waterloo 10.
Tristan.
Oh man, what's Nathan? We're gonna go with that. 0. I really should have looked at the code before I did this. I thought I had it. Purell.
Alright, you gotta start all over, probably.
Yeah, you guys talk. I'm gonna go look at the actual code.
Yeah,
Purell.
Papa.
Papa?
Papa.
Ooh, what about pie?
Z is Zulu.
Yeah, okay, it's the NATO phonetic alphabet.
Yep, NATO phonetic alphabet. Yeah, Alpha, Bravo,
Okay.
Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf.
Okay, so we're gonna try this again for real. All right, starting over. It's got Alpha 055 Alpha. Crap! I lost my place. Whiskey. We're professionals here. One more time, for real. Okay. Alpha 055 Alpha Whiskey 310 November 0 Papa Uniform Romero 5 Bravo.
Yay!
I think it's Romeo.
Oh, he said whiskey. I'm going to Moe's.
Do I have to say it all again?
No,
That
it's
was-
good. It's good.
One more
Figure it
time.
out.
This time and backwards.
Yeah, really.
That was the hardest thing I've had to do on this podcast so far.
Whoever gets the code, tweet us. Let us know it works.
Yes,
Or you
please do. Tweet at
Pure
purenintendo.com
we-
and let us
we
know
can
that you got
count
the
the-
code.
Yeah, Pure Nintendo. We can count to 50, and we can also recite the NATO alphabet.
Yeah.
As long as I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for it.
You can tell none of us have been in the military.
Yes.
Uh,
All right. So somebody had a story, or were we going to transition to something before that debacle?
I think you were transitioning to something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think you were trying to transition.
Oh yeah, we were talking about like our better E3 moments, but like, does anyone have a story where like, yeah, they look back on it and laugh, but at the time it was like, holy smokes.
Like how awesome it was, or holy smokes, I did something bad.
Like yeah, like holy smokes, like oh, okay, this is kind of awful right now.
I still always think that when we were at the Nintendo press event and they announced the Wii Fit trainer, I was like, that was the big surprise. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was. I'm sorry. That was just so disappointing. I was looking forward to a Zelda trailer or something, and we got Wii Fit trainer. I'm like, that you guys, you hyped it up way too much.
Well, yeah, and they hyped it like way, way up there.
Yeah, like I was stoked for it. They got me excited, but the payoff wasn't good.
I think James and I had an inkling. We've been through several Nintendo press conferences and things, so we're like, we know that Nintendo trolls their fans harder than anybody. So.
Nice. Did you go through the infamous Wii Fit Music or Wii Music press conference?
Oh yeah. I was there with the drumming and everything.
With DJ Rabbit drums?
Oh yeah. I was they did that. That was my first E3 actually, and it was just me that year, and I actually kind of snuck in 'Cause I didn't actually have everything I needed to. But it ended up working out. It was fine. It was actually a really small E3, so they didn't really care that much. Like, you know how E3 has those two big halls now?
Yeah.
That E3 was, the hallway, the indoor hallway that goes between the two big halls?
Yeah.
Off of that hallway, if you take a right, there's like this other little
Enclave kind of
show floor or something there. Usually they have like cubicles, things like that set up in there. But that was the entire show floor.
Whoa.
So it was pretty small.
So that was one of those times where it was like, people thought this was the end of E3, right?
Yes, yeah, because there were even like companies were doing meetings like in hotels, and so like a lot of the stuff that would normally happen in a press conference or at the show floor or in like a meeting room at E3 convention center was like happening in some hotel lobby or hotel meeting room or something like that. And like some of them were even like in Santa Barbara, or they were all kind of spaced out in Southern California there. So like people were having to drive out to different places, and it was weird. But the press room was on the second floor, and yeah, it was crazy. I just kept dodging the pass people. So.
Why is it I'm picturing like them coming around the corner, you like jumping in the trash can, hiding from them?
Yeah,
that was a close one.
Like they gave me a wristband, and it was a temporary pass. And the guy was like, "Hey, here's a temporary pass. Just come back tomorrow, and we'll get you a badge or whatever." And like I kept seeing that guy too, because it was a pretty small E3, but I just kept like going different ways and avoiding him and stuff like that. But I got my way around, and like when people would ask me when I didn't have a badge, I was like, "Well, they gave me this. That's all I've got."
See, Assassin's Creed his way through it. He blended in with the crowd.
Yeah.
I always thought like the saddest E3 story I've heard from you was the Activision press conference, where they just had Shaun White skateboard across the stage once, and that was it.
Oh.
That was Tony
the
Hawk, wasn't
concert?
That was Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it was Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Yeah, like well, they were like trying to build up this, like, yeah, you can do tricks and stuff, and they were supposed to bring this giant half pipe into the Staples Center.
Yeah.
I guess they had trouble bringing it in, so he just comes in and does this little like ramp jump, and he goes, "Yeah, I was gonna do some tricks, but we couldn't get it in, so enjoy my game," and he just walked off the stage.
Wow.
He didn't even skate off. He just walked off.
Yeah,
Wow.
like, don't tease us. Don't.
It'd be great if he actually tried to skate off and slipped and fell.
Yeah.
He just comes in, does a kickflip, doesn't say anything, just walks away.
Yeah. I remember like going to that concert. I was like, man, this is like, it just kind of like dawned on me like how much money Activision was making off of Call of Duty, because they rented out the entire Staples Center.
All the concessions were free. Like you can go to a concession and be like, "I want 4 hot dogs," and they would have gave you 4 hot dogs.
Yeah. Everything was free. You could get anything you wanted. We were like up in the box seats the whole time, like watching this concert going
With a
on.
buffet.
It was like we could just get anything we wanted.
There's
Didn't you guys like sneak into those box seats too?
What didn't really sneak in is that they did a bad job telling the press where to go.
Yeah.
And so we were wandering around for like 30 minutes. Like, where do we go? And finally, we saw a line, and we met up with actually some of the giant bomb guys.
Yeah.
And like we were in line, and they sent the press up to the Staples Center VIP section.
Uh-huh.
But once they sent us up there, they didn't tell us to go anywhere. So we just busted into one of the suites and sit down.
Yeah.
And like 10 minutes later, we see the press going into the seats below us inside the Staples Center. And we're like, well, we're already here.
Yeah. I think we were sitting next to like some executives.
Even one of the executives for Activision, he was talking about how, at the time, he was talking about how music games are dying. And they're trying to bring them back. And soon enough, like Guitar Hero would die like a year and a half later or 2 years later.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, James is going, "Hey man, you gonna eat that hot dog?"
Yeah.
He was pretty drunk.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Guitar Hero's coming back.
But our like the suite, like filled up. We all took off our badges and put them in our bags.
Yeah. There were like couches in there, and they actually had food in each of the suites too.
I thought it was gonna be in the couches.
Yeah, in the couches, like in cushions. There's like muffins. I don't know, maybe some crullers. Some,
Couch was made out of shrimp.
Yeah.
That is a couch I would love.
That's cool. Like those VIP suites are probably like $10,000 during the Lakers game.
Oh yeah.
It's cool to be there.
I just couldn't imagine how much money they spent on that, but they were just making so much money off Call of Duty. That was like in its height. I mean, Call of Duty still makes tons of money, but I think they were advertising Black Ops that year.
There's two, I think. Was the first one?
First one? Second one? Black Ops 2 came out with the Wii U, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then it was the first one.
Yeah, I think it was the first Black Ops. I remember it was just the guy, he was like sitting like this. They had that poster up on the big screen the whole time.
Yeah, like that.
That's Black Ops, the one where the guy's sitting there and he's got 2 guns.
Yeah.
They had an artist tied to one of their games.
Yeah.
And so it was Eminem tied to Black Ops.
That's 2. Oh, there you go. See,
on the first one, he's like sitting, but he's like holding his hands down like that with some guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Eminem was out there, and
Usher.
Yeah, Usher.
Rihanna was there.
Huh?
Rihanna was there.
Yeah. What was the guy? Eddie Vedder was there.
Eddie Vedder. He sang Bohemian Rhapsody. That was awesome.
Yeah.
With like a big orchestra chorus.
Yeah. It was a pretty fun show.
I remember that big Bohemian Rhapsody scene in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
But nice. Did anybody else have any good stories before we wrap this up? Because we're getting close to an hour here.
Yeah, we are.
I would say my most memorable E3 story would probably be when Matt, you were there for that one. It's when you, me, and Alex went to see the Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses at the Greek Amphitheater.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I still owe you for the ride getting over there. Don't worry, I will pay you back.
Yes, you did.
With interest?
It was $5. No, he told me $5.
Okay.
Actually, no, it was like 20. I owe him and Alex like $20 each. So when I see you guys again, I'm not sure how will it be never. Then I'll give you your 20.
Yeah, we rented a not a limo, but pretty close to it.
It might as well have been, but like I thought it'd be like a cab. I would have been cool with that, but I was like, okay, guess we're doing this now.
Yeah. Of course, the chauffeur was like the nicest guy. So.
Yeah, he was really cool. And then that concert was just beautiful.
Yeah. And he gave us his card because I guess Alex didn't think about getting a ride back or something.
Yeah. And then we all piled up in Noah's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we piled up in his car, and that was fun.
Right.
That
we saw Noah this year. Well, I saw him. I think Matt and Kaylin had left already, but last day I hung out with Noah and played some Smash Brothers and stuff.
Oh, nice.
I think we saw him the first day.
Okay, yeah. So we did see him. I kept running into him. Like it's amazing how small E3 becomes. Just when you see people you know. But.
Yeah, because it didn't seem small to me with my second year. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Man,
I got one more E3 story.
All right.
I always have to tell this story because it always amazes me. I've told it like a million times, but it's like how game journalists, because we're nerds nerds at heart. Yeah. And we get nervous, and they don't like sitting up front. So this was the E3 when they showed off the 3DS and Skyward Sword and all that. And so we were there. We tried to get there fairly early for the press conferences. So we were there, but we were still probably like 100 people back. And so like, we'll get close, like second row, third row. We get up there. There's no one sitting in the first row. And I think it was just Justin and I, because we had 2 different passes. They gave Kevin and Eli like red passes, and they had to sit to the side. And like Justin and I had gold passes. I don't know how we got them, so we were able to sit up right up front, front and center of that stage.
Yeah.
During the 3DS announcement and Skyward Sword. So I like to say that Justin was one of the first people ever to play Skyward Sword, because when the kiosk came up, first place we went was the Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm.
That
was pretty epic that time.
Was Justin jumping over seats to get to that demo?
No, there was no seats. That was the thing. We were front and center.
Like we're literally on the front row. We could.
Like I could have reached out and touched the orchestra playing the Zelda music. I think we were that close.
Not a high five, but a swift punch.
Yeah. was
But I think with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for our 50th podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank everyone for listening to Koopa Kast number 50. I want to thank all of these awesome PNM staffers who took time out of their day, especially James on his Baby Watch 2014, to come in here and talk about game journalists, their lives as game journalists, E3, and all sorts of fun stuff. So until next time, here's to 50 more podcasts, and we'll see you later.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone. Game on.